It was sometime between 3 and 4 in the morning. Ukrainian soldiers had been urgently sent to reinforce a defensive line that was already under attack. But as they approached the tree line, they noticed that several soldiers ahead were not moving. The area was under Russian drone surveillance, and mortar fire could resume at any moment.
Druzi! Get inside, get inside! Baymax! I can't see him!
Find them, this solid!
They're just at the tree line, they're not moving!
They're on the move!
The soldiers called out at the group ahead and told them to move, but one of the men was unable to stand. A few seconds later, it became clear that he could no longer use his legs or one of his arms. The unit's mission was no longer simply to reach the defensive line. They now had to move a wounded soldier away from the exposed area.
My fucking legs, Houston! Army, Houston!
Let's go!
Anyone attempting to reach the wounded soldier would be exposing themselves to the same danger, but leaving him behind was not an acceptable option. At that moment, a mortar round landed extremely close to the group.
Lands close by and one of them gets hit with it, like light shrapnel.
Get up! Get up!
After the explosion, the soldiers began moving again, but another drone could now be heard over the area. Remaining in the same position would give the drone operator more time to track their movement. Despite their injuries, they had to continue toward shelter as quickly as possible.
Then I turn back and run back to the building.
Where's Swayze and Swede?
He's hit!
What?
He's back! We needed help! Okay, see? We got directed!
After the first group reached shelter, the soldiers carried out a quick check. They then realized that 2 men were still outside. Smoke, dust, and continuing fire made it impossible to see their exact location. The soldiers inside tried to determine whether their teammates were still able to move.
Sorry, give me the bag, give me the bag! Right here, flat!
Yeah.
More help! No, God.
After a short delay, several soldiers decided to go back outside. This is one of the most dangerous decisions that can be made during combat. A team sent to recover the wounded can become additional casualties under the same attack.
Hey guys!
The soldiers reached their wounded teammate and began carrying him together, but the route believed to be safe was extremely narrow. They were warned that mines were located on the right side of the path. They had to move quickly, but stepping only a few meters in the wrong direction could create additional casualties.
Good, and then we get closer, another round lands between us and the house.
Quicker, quicker! Fuck. Fuck.
As the evacuation team approached the shelter, a mortar round landed between the soldiers and the building. Another round followed soon afterward. The men briefly placed the casualty on the ground and spread out to protect themselves from the next impact. At this point, speed and timing had become more important than physical strength. Despite the continuing mortar fire, the soldiers managed to bring their wounded teammate into the building, but this would not be the last danger they faced. During a later mission, the same soldiers would encounter a completely different threat. During a later mission, the soldiers occupied a heavily damaged building known by the callsign Hotel. Their objective was to observe the surrounding open terrain and determine the direction of the Russian advance. But the visibility offered by the building would soon make them a direct target.
And I'm thinking, fuck it.
One of the soldiers began observing the area through a small opening in the collapsed wall. The Russian attack was reported to be coming from the southeast. However, Ukrainian troops were also moving them through the same area. Every movement outside had to be identified carefully.
Our mortar just fucking hit outside here before. I think through there we should be able to see. Is that way southeast?
You mean under the rubble or through that door?
Under the rubble just there.
Okay.
Detecting movement did not necessarily mean that the person outside was an enemy. Opening fire without confirming the target could have fatal consequences for friendly troops in the area. In modern warfare, target identification is as important as using the weapon itself.
Yeah, it came from top, I believe. Fuck.
There's no whistle.
We're good!
Command ordered the soldiers not to advance and to take cover in their current position. The unit believed that the building was being engaged by at least 2 tanks. The area outside was also being watched by Russian attack drones.
Jake, cover. Jake, cover. Do you copy?
Roger. We're being engaged by, I think, 2 fucking tanks. We can't get eyes on fucking anything, over.
Cut out. You cut out.
Yeah.
Leaving the building could expose them to drones in the open. Remaining inside meant continuing to face direct tank fire. The structure that had initially provided protection was now becoming a trap with no safe exit.
So drones are just watching for us as well. We can't move anyway right now, over.
And then a tank round hits the floor above and the whole room's dusty and you can't see. And I tell everyone, okay, get downstairs.
Fucking hell. You guys good?
A tank round struck the floor directly above the soldiers. The explosion filled the entire room with dust and reduced visibility almost completely. After checking on one another, the soldiers immediately moved downstairs.
Yeah, come left. Go. What's my fucking weapon?
The position they had used to observe the area only minutes earlier was no longer safe. Once the enemy identifies a window or opening in a wall, remaining in the same place can be fatal. A position offering excellent visibility may remain usable for only a few minutes.
And I was just lucky it wasn't myself or Khan there.
A few minutes later, the section the soldiers had just been using was targeted again. Had they remained there, they could have been exposed to the direct effect of the tank round. Moving downstairs in time likely prevented additional casualties.
This is Dave, over. Guys! Yeah! We might head back to shooting.
The unit was now trapped inside the lower section of the building. Moving upstairs would expose them to tank fire. Leaving the building could allow drones to detect them. The soldiers informed command that advancing under the current conditions was impossible.
Go.
But remaining inside was not a permanent solution either. If Russian forces continued moving closer, the building might not remain defensible for long. The soldiers asked command to confirm the exact direction of the Russian advance. The response pointed toward the southeast.
This is Dave, roger, over.
One soldier began observing the area through a small gap behind a collapsed section of the wall, but he quickly moved back after realizing that the opposing side might be able to see the same opening. He had to expose himself to observe the terrain, but remaining there for more than a few seconds could attract the attention of tanks or mortar teams.
They're attacking from that way. There's movement over there, but it's Ukrainians, okay? They're moving right to the left.
Okay.
Movement was detected outside. At first, the figures could have been mistaken for enemy troops, but they were soon identified as Ukrainian soldiers moving from right to left. A mistake lasting only a few seconds could have resulted in friendly fire and additional casualties.
East.
You mean under the rubble or through that door?
Under the rubble just there.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look.
Okay.
As mortar rounds continued landing around the building, the soldiers searched for another observation position. This footage shows that survival in modern warfare depends not only on firepower, but also on observation, discipline, and timing. Do you think the soldiers made the right decision by remaining inside the building? Share your opinion in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel,